So now that I wash my face with the Blue Tansy and Activated Charcoal Pamper 2-in-1 face and body wash, I'm going to follow up with the Cinnamon Fusion Purify. Now, what I really like about this product, of course, the fact that it is a hydrosol. Hydrosol is basically a distilled solution that is made of plants. So with our product, we actually distilled roses, wild orchids, witch hazel, and there's also some Ceylon cinnamon in there. Now, why did I pick all these ingredients? Why is the rose or the wild orchid not enough? Well, it is, but I just couldn't stop at that because there are so many other ingredients that you could pair it up with. Why just stop at that? So for the roses, it pH balances the skin, and the neutral balance is like 7. So if your pH balance is lower than a 7, that's when you kind of bump into those problems of having just different issues from possibly oily skin. So you would get acne. The skin could be red or just becoming inflamed from just having too low of a pH balance. On the other hand, if it's too high, you'll experience things like dryness, eczema, sensitivity, just different things like that. So with rose water, it naturally has a pH balance of 7. So we wanted to definitely create a base for our toner using roses. So wild orchids have 3 trace minerals that are essential to your body. That would be zinc, that would be magnesium, and that would be calcium. Now, the reason why those minerals are just absolutely essential for maintaining healthy skin, with zinc is actually good for scarring, so healing. So if you have any type of acne, if you're prone to just any type of just inflammation with your skin, it could be dermatitis, it could be psoriasis. There are many other forms of just skin disorders that can cause outbreaks and potentially scarring from the healing process. What zinc does is it helps to lighten up those marks and pretty much heal the scarring and the wound that is associated with it. Calcium, on the other hand, is really good because if you have a wound or a scar partnered with zinc, calcium helps the body determine how fast we could actually get those cells to regenerate. So if you cut yourself and you need to, nurse yourself back to health, what the key component is going to be with making sure how fast your cells regenerate during the healing process is the calcium. So the calcium and the zinc help with scarring and determining how fast your skin cells can regenerate. Lastly, you have your magnesium. Magnesium is essential because it helps to reduce your cortisol levels. Cortisol is one of the stress hormones, And it affects your skin because, number one, we were talking about pH balance. So cortisol can actually lower your pH balance because it actually works against balancing your sebum. So your sebum is how the body creates like oil production, just making sure that it is at a steady level. So if your hormones are just out of whack and you're just creating so much cortisol, you will have oily skin. So that again can lead to acne, just different issues that are associated with having oily skin. And you don't want that. So that's the reason why we picked wild orchids and roses together as the base of our toner. Next, we also chose Ceylon as a ingredient in our purify because it stimulates the blood vessels and it naturally plumps your skin to create a firmness. So if there are issues that you're experiencing, if you have anti-aging issues that you're trying to address, Ceylon cinnamon will help to combat the wrinkles, the saggy eyes, bags under your eyes, saggy skin, things like that. So we have the rose and wild orchid hydrosol. We have our Ceylon cinnamon. And lastly, we have our witch hazel, which is naturally a astringent and it naturally tightens your pores. Why do you want tight pores? Well, the reason why you want tight pores because it helps to have your skin looking smooth and even and bump free. If you have enlarged pores, it is more susceptible of having scars, acne, and just other bacteria on your face because it's easier to seep through. Whereas tightened pores is not so easy for that type of bacteria to stay in your skin. So I'm going to demonstrate how I apply the Cinnamon Fusion Purify. So here it is. Nice, dark, rich color. And I love cotton balls. I love mason jars also. It's so easy to just store anything in them. So I'm going to take a cotton ball and just generously apply it. So upward strokes, nothing too crazy. Whenever you apply product on your face, you always want to use an upward motion. If you pull the skin down, you are creating your own anti-aging effects. So nice upward motion. And as you can see, the minute I applied this product on my face, it just kind of lights up like a highlighter. And the smell, of course, I can smell the cinnamon. So spicy, but it doesn't have like an abrasive effect. It's not burning my skin. It's very mellow. I can also smell the witch hazel. It's such a clean and relaxing effect. And it just feels kind of tingly. So there. Nice and clean.